on the next all-new Rick and Morty.
Uh-oh, flat tire.
How the hell do you get a flat tire in space, Rick?
Morty, get back in the car!
I'm not in danger. There's nothing out here.
Literally everything is out here, and unlike everywhere else, I'm too busy to help you.
Right, because you're always so helpful. Oh, what is that?
Obviously, it's a space snake.
There's snakes in space?
There's literally everything in space, Morty! Now get the back in the car!
Yeah, for sure getting in there right on time with the Dragon episode, right at the peak of Dragon hysteria. Definitely a good idea always at the show that takes 3 years to make an episode to leap on trends.
Morty gets a dragon, and things do not go well, because dragons are from fantasy, and that doesn't really play well with Rick's sci-fi world.
You have no magic.
Yeah, I know, I have actual power.
Not here, you don't.
It's kind of an episode about also like relationships and toxic relationships.
You slut dragon! You slut!
I felt like the dragon kind of rebellion.
We must begin a 10-slut soul orgy.
Wait.
That eroticism, in a way, is the path to defeat the patriarch.
This episode starts the conversation, and I think I should get probably some medal for that. A Webby, I would accept that. Daytime Emmy.
Okay, I'll bite. What's with the talking cat?
The cat subplot was an attempt to just have fun. The cat represents that voice in your head in the writer's room. It's like, you're overthinking it, just have fun.
That came from like, it was Disney movies like Oliver and Company or anything like that. Like, they never really explained why the cats can talk.
No.
The cat is here to save Jerry from overthinking it.
Where's the cat?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my Rick and Morty Season 4 Episode 5 trailer video. There's a whole bunch of Easter eggs. We'll break it all down. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get everything. We're doing a new round of the merch giveaway, too. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your best Evil Morty theory on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this, too. The title of the episode is Rattlestar Rick Lactica, a reference to Battlestar Galactica. It's not clear if it's a reference to the original series or the reboot series that Ronald D. Moore did. So if you didn't see it earlier this year, Justin Roiland implied in an interview at Comic-Con that this would be one of the important canonical episodes of Season 4 with a big post-credit scene tag, then some story teasers that would carry over into Season 5. He wasn't clear if he was just misspeaking and talking about the second half of Season 4, or if it's legit something that we won't see paid off till way later next year in actual Season 5 episodes. They still haven't set an exact date for the second half of Season 4, but I'm assuming it's sometime in January till we hear something otherwise. The actual Season 5 episodes probably won't premiere till either next summer or later at the end of next year, like around the same time that we got Season 4 this year. If we get any updates or any official information about that, I'll be sure to include it in one of my videos. But in the scene, which kind of feels like the cold open just based on the energy, Rick gets a flat tire in space for some strange reason because apparently the tires don't fully retract into the ship and he has to stop to change it. They turned it into a bit about how anything can happen in space, even getting bit by a random snake that just happens to be wearing a spacesuit for some strange reason. The joke kind of feels like it was pitched by a writer who got bit by a snake while changing their tire on the side of the highway or something like that. This is the first time we've seen those spacesuits, but it's implied that Rick's spaceship has hundreds of different secret weapons and abilities that they mostly just use for comedy at random times, like the random Meeseeks box that he keeps in the glove compartment that we just learned about this season. He probably still has his ready to go because the only one that we saw them use was the one inside Fascist Rick's spaceship. And the whole idea is that each version of Rick shares a lot of similarities with only a few things being different, like being a wasp or a teddy bear that's a fascist. Morty, being kind of a dumbass as usual, doesn't see the danger of space because he hasn't learned about all the things that can happen in space and just assumes that Rick is being an asshole trying to tell him what to do. Sometimes it can be hard to tell when Rick is just making fun of you and making stuff up, but most of the time when he warns Morty, Summer, Beth, and Jerry about something, it's because there is real danger. So of course Morty gets bit by a random snake wearing a spacesuit. There was more of this clip that was in the Season 4 trailer where Rick complains because Morty is whining too much about dying.
I'm dying, Rick.
People who are really dying don't keep bringing it up.
Is that true?
I don't know, I'm just usually around people that die faster.
The snake's spacesuit even has a little flag on it. It's cut off in frame so you can't tell what it's a reference to. But there was also a longer version of this entire clip from before they get out of the spaceship. But the clip that Adult Swim used in one of their earlier videos is heavily watermarked with Warner Media with warnings not to use it, so I can't just straight up drop the clip in this video. But it's Rick making this huge Saturday Night Live joke when Morty gets out of the ship against his orders. He says, "You young people think that space is like Saturday Night Live. You see it every day. You dream of being in it, but it dreams of removing all the air from your body and making you float around it for eternity as a flash mummified corpse, which is also what space wants, so get back in the car." So I'm kind of assuming that Dan Harmon wrote that joke because it's so utterly specific in its takedown of Saturday Night Live. Apparently Dan Harmon not a big fan of Saturday Night Live. But beyond the Battlestar Galactica and Snakes reference, I think this episode is also supposed to be the Terminator parody with the snakes because of a different clip from one of the earlier trailers with some footage that we still haven't seen during this season yet. In all the scenes from the trailer that they dropped at the beginning of the season is meant to be real scenes from these episodes, the first 5 episodes. The only time they drop fake scenes is when it's for the intro, and only some of those scenes are fake. I actually think that we found our first real intro scene for episode 5. Here's the earlier trailer with that Terminator Snakes clip in it.
Man, season 4. It's the 4iest of all seasons.
I'm in.
Because it's the 4th one.
It's a lot different from season 3. We've got a lot of shoot 'em ups, a lot of laser shoot 'em ups.
We got heist.
So this is just them doing the first Terminator movie with snakes. You have all these Terminator snakes coming for Morty, then this one dressed like Kyle Reese from the first movie coming to save him for some reason. So apparently Morty is the Sarah Connor of this Terminator equation. But that also implies that the Terminator snakes part of the new intro is one of the real scenes. Keep in mind, though, that there are still 5 more episodes in Season 4, technically, so there are a lot of these other intro scenes that could wind up in episodes. But it's not clear why these cybernetic snakes keep coming after Rick and Morty. Who's behind them? If they're doing a Terminator parody, that has to be some kind of Skynet. If they're dropping a big Season 5 teaser, does that mean it has something to do with evil Morty? He is one of the few major ongoing canonical villains of the series that they keep bringing back, and if it's going to be a Battlestar Galactica reference, who is going to be their Cylons? Is that who these Terminator snakes are? But they hyped the hell out of that upcoming tag scene back at Comic-Con.
I'm still like obsessed with this like tag. Like,
Oh,
I
me too.
I literally cannot stop thinking about this tag that you guys don't know about. But like,
we have a tag in season 4 that's gonna tease some shit up in season 5, and I
wanted to record it, and it's like not. I'm like I can't say it,
It's so
but I don't
good.
get to record it. But like, it's maybe my most favorite speech. One of them.
I like it
it's
too.
so good. It's so good because then the response. It's so good.
The finale of season 4 is really good.
Yeah.
We get canonical.
Yeah, she has some great character stuff.
So based on all the stuff that they're hyping up and what we know about the episode so far, let me know in the comments, what do you think is going on with the Terminator snakes, and what is that post-credit scene going to be teasing season 5 stuff? They also kind of imply that Beth has a special story during the finale. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the continuing saga of is Beth a clone or not, if that's something that they'll go back to, because the way the writers talked about it after season 3 is that they hadn't really thought that far ahead. They were just kind of throwing that question out there for fans to wonder about. But there was that whole storyline during season 3, episode 9 that was teasing the idea that Beth had just as much potential as Rick, so Rick was telling her to just go out and tie a bow on the universe, go out and have some fun.
And the ugly truth has always been
that I'm not that great a guy and you're exactly like me.
So other big question in the comments, let me know what you think that special Beth story is going to be. And when I do post my episode 5 video next week, I will rank all the season 4 episodes so far. There was also a cool real-life Rick and Morty thing that happened to me last week. The Adult Swim people, the Rick and Morty people, and the people behind the Turo car service made an actual Morty car that they let me drive, so I'll post a clip of that in my next Rick and Morty bonus video, which will probably be on Friday. If there are any special Rick and Morty bonus videos that you want me to do, just let me know in the comments. Big reminder about the second half of season 4, I'm assuming that it'll air sometime starting at the end of January until they say otherwise, but I'm hoping that they drop an official promo just teasing exactly when that's going to happen sometime before the end of the year. Adult Swim can be kind of weird with the way they release information. Sometimes they don't tell you what's happening till right before it happens, which is kind of annoying. And I'll say congratulations to the giveaway winner from my last big Rick and Morty video, Almighty Sosa 300. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Everyone, click here for my Rick and Morty Season 4 Episode 4 video, and click here for my new Mandalorian Baby Yoda video. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.